What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and $350 to $1,050 stimulus checks are going to be going out starting today. Take a look at this headline, you guys. The second batch of California inflation relief checks going out Monday today, and also take a look at this. Stimulus checks. Mark these dates on your calendar now. We're going to be covering 5 arrival days that you need to know for state stimulus checks and also on a federal level for everybody in the nation. Take a look at this. Federal pandemic funding is going to be going out. Schools got $122 billion to reopen last year, most of which has not been sent. The school systems throughout the country reported using less than 15% of the latest round of federal education funding allotment to them during the last school year. And you guys, literally hundreds of billions of leftover funds, $500 billion to be exact, enough to send out a $2,000 federal level stimulus check. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. Now, I'm going to cover all these articles. They're all linked in the description below. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Smash the like button if you appreciate the content. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. It's totally free. If you got any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Check out my second channel, Steve Ram Finance. More content coming on there to help you with growing wealth, personal finance, and if you want a comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation on every level, states, cities, counties, I have it at www.reliefroadmap.com that I personally assembled, spent 3 months working every single day so you can access it all in one easy location. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive right in. Oh, and also, thank you for all the support on my kids' new channel. They absolutely did a great job. I'm so proud of them, and thank you for all the support. They had so much fun releasing their Liam and Naya channel, and they're going to be putting out another video this week, so keep an eye out for that. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest. So first up, second batch of California inflation relief checks are going to be going out Monday today, October 24th. Now, the article says the second round of inflation relief payments and the first round of debit card payments, they're going to be mailed out starting Monday. Since October 7th, the state has been issuing the middle class tax refund to millions of Californians' bank accounts via direct deposit. But starting Monday, October 24th, California will begin putting debit cards in the mail. So keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be seeing a picture of what they look like so you know what to look for. The first batch of debit cards is being sent to people who received the Golden State Stimulus Payment GGS 1 or 2 and last year whose names also started with letters A and E. Everyone in that group should have their payments mailed to them by November 5th, according to the Franchise Tax Board. Now, California is sending out the debit cards in partnership with the Money Network. They'll look like the photo below, the Franchise Tax Board says, and you'll need to activate the card online once you get it in the mail. So you'll need to activate it, and it looks like this. That'll have your inflation relief payment on it. So far, only Californians who received the Golden State Stimulus check in 2021 have gotten this 2022 middle-class tax refund. Thanks to higher income limits, many more people qualify for this round of payments. They just haven't been sent out quite yet. Now, the next round of direct deposits will start to be issued on Friday, October 28th, and the next round of debit cards for Golden State Stimulus 1 and 2 check recipients whose last names begin with the letters F through M start November 6th. So important dates to know for California. Check here to see if you qualify for the inflation relief payments, also known as the middle class tax refund. For more on when you can expect to receive your payments, click here. And this is all hyperlinked down below in the description. The payments range in the size of $200 to $1,050. How much you get depends on your 2020 income filing status and the number of dependents. The Franchise Tax Board expects to have issued about 8 million direct deposits and 10 million debit cards by early next year. So that is happening in California starting today. Keep an eye out for that. Next up, mark these dates on your calendar. Some things to know. This just coming out today. Americans across the board are feeling the adverse side effects of inflation, with many of them slumping deeper into debt as a result. To help see taxpayers through these tough times, some states, 18 to be exact, are providing stimulus relief. Now, the first one, California, November 14th, qualifying Californians who receive their taxes electronically we're going to be getting stimulus money by October 25th, and we just gave you some updates on that as well. And again, the amounts vary from $200 to $1,050. Next is Illinois, November 7th. Mark your calendar. Illinois sent out payments of $50 for those who made less than $200,000 in 2021. The state began issuing checks on September 12th, noting that it would take about 8 weeks to send checks to those who qualified. November 1st for Indiana. Qualifying taxpayers in Indiana will be getting $200 sometime in late October, most likely. The state asked residents to wait until November 1st before contacting the Department of Revenue if they have not received checks. Rhode Island, it says October for qualifying parents who filed an original or amended tax return by August 31st. $250 to $750 child tax rebates are being distributed in October. And Virginia, mark your calendars for October 31st, 1 week away. Qualifying Virginians who filed their taxes by September 5th were scheduled to receive their rebates. $250 for single filers and $500 for joint filers by October 31st. So there you have it, you guys, some dates to mark your calendars for, and keep an eye out for stimulus on the way. Now, on a federal level, we're waiting to see if there's going to be any additional stimulus checks. We've heard that a recession is the #1 reason why we will likely see another stimulus check, and it looks like we're going to be experiencing a recession here very soon. They're saying 100% chance in 2023 if we're currently not in one right now. We've already had 2 consecutive quarters of receding GDP, and you guys, we're hearing money is needed, and there's a lot left over from previous stimulus packages. Take a look at this, you guys. Link in the description below. Schools got $122 billion to reopen last year. Most has not been used. Now, the article says that in March of 2021, when that American Rescue Plan Act was sent out, the Biden administration released the federal government's largest pool of pandemic relief for public schools. The American Rescue Plan infused campuses with $122 billion to reopen buildings, address mental health needs, and help students who had fallen behind academically. The need was so urgent that 2/3 of the money, $81 billion, was released less than 2 weeks after the plan was signed into law before the Education Department could approve each state's spending plan. But despite having access to the dollars, school systems throughout the country reported spending less than 15% of the federal funding, known as the ESSER 3. Now, jumping down, the article says the money was not spent for a variety of reasons, including delayed access to the funds, a nationwide educator shortage that has made it hard to fill new positions, and a desire to make the money last, according to the interviewers with school officials and education experts in 6 states. Now, it expires on September of 2024, so they've still got a little bit of time to use these funds. Well, after 2 earlier rounds of relief funding dried up, the school leaders say they want to stretch it as long as possible. But while the money sits, much of which is slated to go towards tutoring and other measures to catch students up academically, millions of children continue to struggle in the core subjects, the consequences of which might not be known for years. Now, the school district leaders, however, insist that they're making progress, particularly this school year, as they plan to dip deeper into the remaining money. In many cases, districts are spending earlier waves of the federal funding, so leftover money from even previous packages. A total of $67.5 billion released during the Trump administration that helped schools pivot to virtual learning and retrofit buildings to reduce the spread of the pandemic. And you guys, we're hearing hundreds of billions left over. And let me know your thoughts. Do you think that they should keep this money till September of 2024, use it as they see fit? Do you think that maybe these excess funds could go to other things and be reallocated? And like I said, from leftover packages, we have literally over $500 billion of leftover federal funds that could go out in some form or way to help out the American people. And a lot of people are saying, use them for the stimulus checks. And we will see, you guys, because as you know, President Joe Biden recently issued executive actions to send out $10,000 of student loan forgiveness per borrower, $20,000 for those that have Pell Grants. And we will see, because it's being challenged, but if it is deemed lawful, we could see more executive actions by the president to send out stimulus provisions, and we will see about stimulus checks on a federal level. I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But you guys, that is the latest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Important dates to know and what's happening with federal funds. And like I said, as more rolls out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second, smash that like button for me, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date, follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3, check out the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, check out my kids channel, they're going to be releasing more videos, and if you want access to the comprehensive list, it's at www.reliefroadmap.com. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.